back to the crime scene.
It's a different story.
Try to maintain, cause the spell in my veins. Personality be changing like I don't give a damn. And I don't, and I do, and I won't, and I will. Shit be tearing up my stomach, trying to hold back the feeling. So I guess this is it until the day I let it go. All y'all motherfuckers dead.
And you don't even know a thing. I've tried so many times to erase your memory from my mind. Well, yeah, that might be a problem. Yeah, that. Yeah.
So you ain't live right now.
We been different. Yeah.
We do not own the copyrights.
We been to find out, man. That shit don't work. I don't even know why they let who they want to let slide with that when it comes to that shit. Word up, man. Look, they flag us. They flag the fuck out of us.
With a headshots, that's right, baby. Yo, God. Check me out, yo. Yo, it was a day like this. I was bored all alone at the crib, pockets flat.
I was feeling for a blunt.
Private vacation for one non-stop. Wisdom, so she can go and cop. Now this chick was alright.
Hit her off the other night.
She screamed. Love the way that pussy felt tight. She had to go to work, so I worked even quicker. A man was a little dick nigga with some cash. Now bitches do some scandalous shit.
You gotta watch it.
Because he's spending dough, ain't no way I plan to stop it.
Well, I don't feel like that thing on. Is it me? Is it all the way up to you? It must have been cold then.
I hit her off once, then I hit her off twice. I rolled another one so that I could stay nice.
I feel you.
Money got dressed, bounced. Had about a quarter ounce left, fell asleep on the couch when I woke up. I was still high, what the fuck? Looked up on my dresser, saw $120 in the shower, then I ate. My celly started ringing. Another chick I like was wanting me to do a thinking. I told her, come over. I was feeling sober.
Yeah, y'all better stay tuned and get this free tax advice. You know what I mean? My man gonna put you up on game. Yeah, I wonder, because I'm gonna ask him about that. People doing their own taxes with the apps and shit. Are they really maximizing? Or they leaving money on the table? You know what I mean? I know they are. But it will be best explained by a professional. Hey, yo, y'all about to get some free tax advice, man. Don't go nowhere. We got like 9 minutes.
Every time I go, I find another one that's pretty. Love it when they sex. Out comes the best. Treat them like the shit that I be doing is my destiny. That was bow-legged women turn me on, and the ones.
But even that though, that's what I'm talking about. Even people who's comfortable doing it themselves, that ain't getting no CPA training. They just trusting the computer and they ready to get their bag. Yeah, if you leaving money on the table, then my man gonna let you know y'all need to fuck with a real accountant, man.
Yeah, I definitely think I'm leaving money on the table.
Well, we about to find out in about 15 minutes who the hell left money on the table, cuz. So y'all keep disappearing if you want to. Your broke ass. You're gonna be leaving money on the table, nigga. Yo, what if he be like, yo, y'all leaving thousands of dollars on the table? Oh man, I know it's gonna hurt y'all feelings. All y'all gonna be sick. Y'all better stay. Look, you better stay, man. Y'all better stay, man. Get this free tax advice, man. Not because I want them to ask him questions. Yeah, I'm straight. That's my account. Shit, I'm good. Y'all need to know. Y'all money coming, especially now. People, they telling people to hold up on filing their taxes. Other motherfuckers like, nah, F that. I'm gonna fill out my taxes anyway. You know what I mean? You better stay. Find out if it's time to pull that trigger. How you start your own money and build on that? English, sir. What do you mean? What do you mean how you start your own money? You know people go to jail for that? Yeah. I don't know if you want to be starting your own money. You might want to rephrase that question, big dog.
We don't condone that.
Exactly. We ain't got red. Yeah. The views of our audience does not reflect the views of Real Rap Talk Podcast. You dig? Hey, rephrase the question, yo, because I'm looking at you type strange right now. Yo, R.I.P. to my man La De Niro. All right, boss, you in the house. Good. Your man want to know how you start your own money and build on that. I don't know if that's allowed. Yeah. I would like to start my own money. Which means for what? I'm saying if I was able to. I wouldn't put my face on it though. I'm trying to think who face would I put on if I had my own money. Who face would I put on there? I will put my dog face on there. Tango. Salam J. Peace, Roof Days. Welcome to the Real Rap Talk Podcast. Yeah, I will put my dog's face on there. With the puppy dog eyes. You ain't throwing that penny. You ain't picking that up. You know what I mean? Be disrespecting my dog like that, man. Exactly. There we go. Solidarity, man. Peace, M. Smith. Welcome to the Real Talk Podcast. Yeah.
They be feeling like that's so hilarious. They be feeling like weighing titles and Ireland and an acre or some change on the moon and an acre on Mars.
Yeah, even peace, Chad. Even when they do bonds, it looks different. You ever see a bond before? Yeah. My people's. You know they say stock. You know they say stocks and bonds. Like,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like bond.
Peace, Manny Freshie. There is a different currency of fake money, nothing behind them. So how do you start a money currency of your own and it's not illegal depending on? Hey, that's a good question. My man said he don't know though. But if you do find out, let me know.
What's the question?
Nah, it's a statement. He said there's a different currency of fake money and nothing behind them. So how do you start a money currency of your own and it's not illegal depending on what's going on? I think the problem, did you say butter and guns? I think the problem would be where you gonna spend it at. Somebody has to be willing to accept that. And you know, we live in a country who out here murking people because they ain't getting down with the dollar. So you feel me? I don't know if that's gonna fly, bruh. How fast can you run? Can you outrun a missile? They out here, they wilding. You feel me?
Not a missile.
Yeah, they wilding. They want you to mess with their money and nobody else's money, man.
That's crazy.
Think about what they did to Gaddafi, a form of cryptocurrency. Now, if that's what you mean, then I don't know. I'm not the person to ask, but he just said that, a form of cryptocurrency. If that's what you mean, research it, brother. Find out. Each one teach one. Come back, let us know. Real talk. Real rap talk.
Yeah, it's like Bitcoin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cryptocurrency.
But now I understand what you're saying. You had me thinking the other paper and coinage. All right, let's get this thing cracking, man. Big Bass in the building.
I told y'all he was gonna do it again.
K Anonymous in the building.
Who is not so anonymous?
You did? That's because you don't want to be. I see you over there.
Oh, no, you don't see me, do you?
And we got a special guest in the building tonight, Robert Moore, for you tax financials. It's like in the joint, we use stamps. You got to assign value to it and get people to agree to use it to purchase goods and services from you. Okay, I understand. I do.
So, like,
but that's the key, to get other people to conform. You know what I mean? Without using strong arm tactics, because they got laws for that shit too. You feel me? We don't want to get into nothing illegal, man. You gotta make sure your shit on the up and up out here. Cause
oh, snap.
I don't know what they did with Guantanamo. I think they just keeping that on the hush hush. I think that motherfucker's still open. So how long can you hold your breath for? You feel me? They was it what they call it, waterboarding?
I don't know.
When they pour the where they blind you and make you feel like you drowning out here.
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It went out.
All right, so you ready? What time is it?
Oh, we live.
Okay,
It's official.
What time is it though?
It is.
I don't even know.
7:59.
Oh, that very early.
7:59.
All right, so are you gonna call him?
I am. In about 15 minutes. Where your facts at? You don't have none today?
Nah.
That's why I asked you if you needed it.
You're good though. You're good. You just let the conversation flow. So what about that pile up? Isn't anybody in the house in Texas? Y'all good?
Oh, word is bond, right? Hold on. Let me get on that.
I didn't get the chance to look at it. You know,
let me get on that.
Woman, so I didn't get the chance to see it. But somebody else had mentioned it, and I still really don't know what happened.
Well, I'm telling you in just a second. Damn.
What? You say damn?
100 cars. 100 cars.
In a pile up?
Multiple people dead, dozens injured, and massive pile up on the Texas highway. But it's a video of like it's cars that already came to a halt. And then you'll see like an 18-wheeler slide and smash into their ass. And then other cars sliding into the 18-wheeler. It just piled up, like cars got lifted. It got smashed up so bad.
Oh my gosh.
Right. Like, hold up. Look. There go the video right there. I'm going to see if I can show it to y'all. I don't know if y'all up on things. I know this ain't the proper way to do it, but you can take it as I give it.
It don't look like, hold on, I don't. Oh.
Look at the wreckage.
Dang. That's terrible. Well.
Look.
Did anybody die?
Yeah. Six people. And you know.
Dang.
There's no telling what injuries people suffered from that, to where, you know, they may pass later on. Hopefully they don't. But that's 6 in the morning. You ain't even up yet. 6 in the morning, man.
6 in the morning?
Yeah.
Dang. And
yeah.
They just kept sliding into each other, crashing into each other.
Yeah.
That sounded like, didn't that happen in Georgia like 2013 or something like that?
I don't think it was a pile up. I think people were just stuck because they didn't prepare for that. So the roads was undrivable. So people was just stuck.
Yeah. I remember school buses was in that stuff. Was it any school buses in there?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I hope not.
6 o'clock in the morning, that's about the time.
I hope not, but
Dang,
School
man.
buses shouldn't be on no major highway like that, though.
People live in the city, man.
Yeah, but a school bus shouldn't be on a major highway.
You don't think it'll be?
Nah.
You don't think so?
Just like you ain't supposed to see 18-wheelers riding through residential neighborhoods, but they do.
They do.
Yeah, they ain't supposed to be though.
What's wrong with them?
With all that weight, it tears up the roads.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
We see the products every day.
And it tears up the road. Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, most definitely.
Like, look, I be like reflecting on some of the things that I saw, and don't get me wrong, I have some wild stories to tell, but it's other people out here that got wild stories to tell as well. You know what I mean? I be thinking about that shit. But I try to trade stories with people. You know what I mean? You know how you be in conversation with somebody, no matter what you did, they did it too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's how you connect with a person, though.
Exactly.
If they ain't on that, oh, I did that shit too, hating shit.
Man, look.
But if it's war stories, like, people can connect through shit like that.
Don't nothing top what I said a few weeks back. A motherfucker telling me a story. And I'm sitting up here, and what was crazy, I'm listening because I'm a listener. I'm listening to the story, and after a while, I'm like, face scrunched all up, like, look at this story sound familiar to the motherfucker, like. And then I put two and two together. I'm like, yo, motherfucker told my story that somebody else took me out the story and put themselves in it. And I was like, wow.
That's wild.
But I don't know. It was a family member. Is that love? Is that hate? I don't know what you call that. It's crazy as hell, but what do you call that? Why would you do that? Like, I try to be straight up, you feel me? Just because of the cloth I'm cut from. I don't see me doing no crazy shit. I just tell the story the way it's supposed to be told and who's supposed to be in it. Why would you inject
embellish the story
right
like that? Yeah.
Right. Matter of fact, since we on, because we got a little bit of time, I'm gonna hit my man up in a minute. So I'm trying to figure out how to tell this story, and I'm gonna just use the street names. So boom, my man came through. I'm trying to think how many of us was it. It was probably about. It was either 4 or 5 of us, and it was cold as hell, y'all. This was not the night to be out on the streets doing the shit we was doing, but motherfuckers was looking for adventure, so here it is. We went walking real far and didn't find what we was looking for. So we like cut through the back way through these apartments. A car. We was looking for a car.
Down that road. Go ahead.
Yeah, we was looking for a car.
We know.
And so we ended up cutting through the back of this apartment complex. And it was like 2 ramps on both sides in the back. So it was just a car sitting there. And this story funny as hell, right? So my man was like, man, F that. I'm about to take this car. Now, mind you, when I tell these stories, I was just there. I might drive, but I'm not. I ain't.
He was a kid, man.
Still though, I need people to know I'm not the expert. No motherfucker coming up to me and be like, yo, I thought you said nah. I didn't say that.
What we thought you said? Wait a minute.
I'm not the pulley. Yeah, that ain't how I get down. You feel me? But anyway, so he's like, yo, we gonna get that. And it's dark, like dark as shit. So everybody had like tools on them and shit for the act. So it took 2 experts to be in the car, but for some reason, they were struggling with this particular car. Usually them dudes is like bam and bam. But for some reason, it took a little longer to try to get things moving, right? And I'm standing on the outside, like to the far right. And then, like I said, it's a ramp on this side, it's a ramp on this side. So I don't know how, man, they crept up so goddamn slow and quiet, but an unmarked was slowly coming down the hill. And he was like, yo, 5-0. So I took off. They didn't see me because I saw the front of the car, but I gave out the warning, and I was already on the side of the building where they couldn't see me. So as I'm walking, because I'm not running, I ain't did shit, I see dudes flying around the corner. I hear this loud ass noise like, boom, motherfucker, blah, 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 blah. They ain't fucking, so I don't know who it was. They fucking somebody up. So I'm like, yo, get the tools off me. I'm dropping shit, right? Niggas is running. They're like, yo, they got such and such, because I ain't gonna say his name. So boom, niggas took off running. I'm walking. I'm like, fuck that nigga, I ain't did shit. I ain't. So now, I get up out of there. They still doing what they doing down there. Now I'm on the main street. The main street is lit well up. Long ass street. It's cold. So I got my bomber jacket on. I'm walking. I could see the police flying down the street to get to the scene, but they seen me. So they pull over. They stop me. They asking me a whole bunch of questions. Like, yo, where you coming from? I'm like, yo, I was babysitting my little cousin. They was like, where you was babysitting at? It just so happened my people stayed like right around the corner. So I was like, yo, I was staying there. I was babysitting over there. They was like, well, where you going to? So I told them where I was going to my PJs, right? They was like, well, why you walking this way? They swore it down. They had me, right? It's like, well, why you walking this way when that's the way to get? And I'm like, bro, you see all these lights? I'm not walking down no dark ass alleyways and street. It's 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So he thought about that shit, right? So then they went and got the other cops. The other cops came and they was like, yo, was he one of them? They was like, nah, I don't remember seeing him. They let me go. Your boy cheesing. They fucked my man up, yo. When I seen that nigga the next day, that nigga I was like this. Black than a motherfucker, yo.
Police brutality. He ain't sue them. They ain't sue them.
Man, but no, this nigga was committing a crime.
Oh.
What the fuck? It got caught in the act.
But they saw him, they ain't see you.
No, because I'm the one that told everybody that they was there. I smelled I bullshit you now, yo. I seen the front and I knew it was an unmarked car. They had the lights off, and the man car was quiet as shit. And you got to think, it's late. You ain't nobody out. You don't hear shit. No TVs and no apartments or nothing. Motherfuckers is asleep. But I seen them and I'm like, yo, 5-0. I don't know with him doing what he was doing in the car, if he heard, but he was the one that got jacked up.
He probably didn't hear.
Everybody, but he was the only one that got caught, though. So whoever else was close to him, there was no way for him to get away. Let's just put it like that, because he got caught. Shit, fuck that. Yeah, them bad luck. I could do this in my sleep, yo. All right, I'm about to call you, brother. For those that are here, I really can't tell, but ask my accountant anything is about to take place.
Right here on the Railroad Talk podcast.
I put the wrong code in. Hold up.
Don't you lock my stuff up now.
I got you. Now I got to find the app.
Oh, you remember, swipe down from the top because it's not on any of my home screens.
All right, that didn't work.
You got it.
I'm swiping down, but I don't see nowhere for me to type. Okay, you teaching me. Need to know these things.
You do know that. You forget. Why you smiling? Because you know you forget.
Yeah. Nobody's perfect.
You can say that 2 times. And shout out to your son. Today is your son's birthday, man.
Word up. Shout out to Devon Allah. Celebrating his 12th birthday.
12 on the 12th.
Yo, it's doing that thing again, man.
What thing again, man?
Are you even affiliated with these people, man? Look, they said call Phil. They not fucking with you.
Just call the number.
Oh, with the regular.
Yeah.
Okay. Say no more. I know that word. Say no more.
Oh my gosh, man. I cannot right now with all these technical difficulties.
For your tax and financials, this is Robert.
Peace.
What it look like?
Welcome to the Real Rap Talk podcast, brother.
Man, I'm coming live with you, baby. What's going on with you?
Man, you know what we doing. We trying to reach out to our people and get you some business your way.
Man, get some business or just help the people out. Either way, man, I'm good with both. Man, God is awesome, man.
For sure. So, explain to our viewers exactly what you do.
All right, man. My name is Ron Patterson, as you all know, and I am the CEO of For You Tax and Financials. I do taxes, I do startups, I do corporations, businesses, logos. I help people. Man, I do it all. We're a one-stop shop. There's nothing that I don't do to help my people get ahead.
All right.
Thank you for joining our podcast tonight. And hello again.
Hello. How you doing? I'm glad to be here tonight. Thanks for having me. Guess who's black?
Thank you. So, shout out, tell people where they can find you, like your Facebook handles and things like that.
Okay, I got you. Real quick, I am on Facebook. Robert Moore is my Facebook name. It's not my real name. Guess who's black? But I am on Facebook. The Facebook page is For You Tax and Fins, the number 4, the letter U, Tax and Fins. We do mobile returns. I do virtual returns. If you're in the area, I also work remotely and in the office. We are COVID compliant. You can reach us by phone. You can PM me. I do have clients that have found me on Facebook out in California, Texas, Colorado, and Pennsylvania. Not to mention my man here in front of me who's got me on the show tonight out in South Carolina.
You dig?
Right, exactly. So we're real easy to find, real easy to work with, and love working abroad. And just so you all know that's listening, Alan, my goal is to do a return in every state. So I think what I just named off, 4, 5, 6
Yes, sir.
of them. Yeah,
Yes,
something
sir.
like that, man. So my goal is to do a return in every state. So no matter where you at, we are able to help you. We can help you start your business, like I did with my man Alan. We set up this nonprofit, did that through the telephone. We got online together, did all that through the state of South Carolina, set up everything. I think, Alan, in reality, man, as soon as you called me, I think you knew within 60 minutes, you know, that you was going to be doing business with me. Is that right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you got your questions out right away, and I was able to answer those questions. Have I misled you in any kind of way as far as you know
sir.
Where we are right now?
No, sir. And I want to talk to people about that also. So, look, I had an idea of something that I wanted to do, but I didn't have the full clarity of how to go about doing it. And I'm quite sure y'all feel the same way, right? And I reached out to the brother because he had a post that he had on the It Takes Two site that he did some business with some other people. and he spoke about, you know, somebody did something and they ain't come back, they ain't reciprocate,
right.
they ain't
I remember that post. Yeah, we was talking about, I told you it was about the two brothers that gave them both some information, the same information. One brother took off, didn't do nothing with it. The other one, he ran with it and came back and saw me and broke me off. Yeah, I remember that post now. Yeah.
So I hit the brother up like, yo, I'm gonna get at you. Just so happened a month went by. And I was sitting at the crib like, yo, it just ding. It was like, yo, holla at that brother you said you was going to reach out to. So, like he said, I called, through what I had to just ask him some questions. Not even really displaying the full range and spectrum of what I was trying to do, but just filling them out. So, like he said, in 60 minutes, hell, we was vibing, and it was like, yo, and then we got to talking, kicking it.
Man, 60 seconds.
Exactly, kicking it like we knew each other for years, man. And next thing you know, boom, one question opened up this whole conglomerate of POI Entertainment Inc. coming soon to a spot near you. You feel me? But what I'm saying is, you may not know how to do things. I'm still learning. You feel me? But it's brothers like him that can help you. You feel me? Like, you may have a brilliant idea, but you don't trust nobody with it. You don't want to go out like that. You don't want to
right.
You don't want to sit on it for too long, because then somebody else will be doing your shit, and you want to be the cat that be like, man, I had that idea, and nah, execute.
A lot of brothers sitting around like that.
Exactly. If 2020 didn't teach you anything, man, get on your motherfucking grind. Like, feel me, the gates are wide open for everybody. And there are people. Non-Cypher King, I don't know. He may be. I don't know my full family tree. Go ahead, brother.
The thing is, though, man, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. I give people information on a daily basis. And if you have the tools to start your own business, then I have the education to help you to start that business. But once I give you the education, which should be your foundation, then you should be able to take that information with the tools and go start your business. Mm-hmm. Not every business takes a lot of money to start. I started my business with $549, no overhead.
There it is.
And that was 8 years ago.
There it is.
So any business, I mean, you know, it takes some money to do some things, man, but it just really depends on what you want to do in life. And just like my man, when he called me, he knew exactly what he wanted to do. Put a community center. He wanted to go nonprofit bank. We took the steps to get him there so that he could be recognized as a nonprofit, as a corporation. Next step is S Corp. He's rolling through all the steps, and there was nothing where he ever paused. It was like, okay, let's get this done, this done, this done, this done.
Facts.
Yeah, we went through that. Yes, he's money.
Yes, I did.
Money.
Yes, I did.
But guess what?
Exactly.
Guess what? I'm sorry. What she said?
Now, just agreeing with you.
I was going to say, you didn't, and he knows, you didn't spend the kind of money with me that he spent with somebody else, even another brother.
Right,
because I've been there, done that. And his brothers in my area is that I go into their office. I once walked in their office, man. They doing tax returns, man. They want $400-500 from me. I'm like, what the heck? For real? No.
Facts.
I do my own tax returns. I did. I worked for H&R Block for 3 years. I worked for Walters Kluwer, CCH. I've been a part of writing tax law, tax code. I mean, there's so much to taxes. And, you know, and I heard the conversation earlier. You was talking to somebody about preparing your own taxes.
Right.
Using the
app.
Yeah, using the app or the software. There are times, depending on your situation, where, yeah, you can be leaving money on the table.
Facts.
And if you don't know the tax laws, then I'm going to say, yeah. If you don't know the tax laws, then, yeah, you're always leaving money on the table.
Right. So let me ask you, right? Because I know a lot of people. a lot of people, even myself included, because we lack the knowledge of, before these apps were even accessible to us, we would either go to like Jackson Hewitt or H&R Block and let them tell us what we need to get our money quick by going rapid and all of that, right? So seeing that where we are now, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would you advise? Like, what would be the best course of action for people to take? And it's not to shit on the names of the other companies that I mentioned, but just give them the proper guidance to how that can actually backfire on you.
Okay, got you. Thank you, man. Well, the other companies, like I said, I work for H&R Block, I work for Walters Kluwer, CCH, doing tax returns, helping people, doing the same thing that I'm doing right now, bro. So, versus the other companies, the H&R Blocks and the Jackson Hewitts and the tax softwares, free sites and all that, you save money with the free sites. It may not cost you as much as going to a tax preparer. So with the with the apps. With the apps and the sites online, TurboTax and all that, you save money by not going to a tax preparer. But once again, if you don't know tax laws, you could be leaving thousands of dollars on the table.
Right.
So in that aspect, we're using the apps, not going to them, you're saving money. With H&R Block, Jackson Hewitt, and Liberty, they are charging you astronomically. And guess what happens on April 15th every year?
People get audited?
No, they close. Tax season is over with.
Got you.
They close. They charge you $400, $500, $600 to do your tax return. And then when you get your return back, you feel like you didn't get all your money back. I got plenty of clients from these businesses who tell me these things. I don't feel like they did my return right. I want you to look at it.
Right.
You know, that type of thing. So they are essentially, they close on April 15th. So essentially, they take your money and then they go away from you.
Like a circus.
Right. Now check this out. Check this out. On April 31st, you get a notice from the IRS. What happened on April 15th?
They did. They closed.
So on April 30th, when you get the notice, who you call it?
Nobody.
Right?
You feel me?
So, exactly. So I have a business that's open 365. So no matter what, when you get that notice, you can call me. Say, hey, I got a notice. Hey, I need help. I'm getting ready to get married. How's this going to change my tax situation? Hey, I'm getting ready to buy a house. How's this going to change my tax situation? At any time during the year. So using the conglomerates, you're really losing.
Right.
I'm sorry. I'm just going to say you're losing because once they sit down and go away, you can't get in touch with them in the middle of the year, in the wintertime, in the fall, before the next tax season. You can't touch base with them if something happens. You got to pay for a tax return. If you get a hold of somebody at one of those places, they charge you for a tax return. I'm not charging you. Man, Alan, if something happens, man, and you lose your tax return, all your files, guess what, bro? Give me a call. I got everything.
Right.
Stored on backup for you.
Right.
So I'll give that to you. We work together. I get plenty of money from you, so I'm not going to charge you more money to give you something that's already yours, right?
Right.
Okay. So, no, I'm not saying nothing bad about H&R Block, them guys. I'm just telling you the facts. They are not qualified to give you tax advice. They are not qualified to help you plan when it comes to, when you sit down to do your taxes, and you may be looking forward to getting a raise sometime during the year. So you tell the H&R guy, hey, right now I'm making $30,000, but I'm about to get a $6,000 raise, so I'm going to be making $36,000. And right now, sitting at that table, you already owe some money.
Right.
That man doesn't know how to tell you, okay, you need to change your W-4s, have some extra money taken out, especially since you're going to get a raise. you need to have more taxes taken out now so that when you get that raise at the end of the year, it doesn't adversely affect you and you can still possibly get a return back. But they are unable to tell you that because they are not certified tax preparers.
Right.
They're what I call button pushers. Like, once again, I'm not putting nobody down. Maybe somebody from Block is online listening or one of them, whatever. Cool. I still know managers at H&R Block. When we talk, one lady works in their premium office, which is another thing. Their offices are separate. You got an office for doing individual returns, which is 1040. You got an office for doing premium returns, which is business returns.
Right.
I do them all.
Okay.
So man, like I said, I'm not putting nobody down. They're not certified preparers. They are button pushers. They take a test, and as long as you get 70% on that test, you can work for H&R Block at minimum wage. Right.
So I have a question.
Go ahead.
I have a question. So how does buying a house affect your taxes?
Well, depending on the area that you are in, there are credits and rebates for buying a house. There used to be a first-time homebuyer credit, but of course they took that away from us. So we don't get the first-time homebuyer credit anymore. But if you own a house and you own a business, then you can write off indirectly all the expenses to the house, your bills, maintenance, repairs, stuff like that. So that's how buying a house can help you. And even if you don't own a business and you own your home, there may come a circumstance where you can actually itemize. Itemizing isn't so, as it used to be with all the tax law changes.
Right.
But if you own your home, there are chances that you could itemize your tax return and lower and get a better deduction than just the standard deduction. But it doesn't always work out that way. There's a lot of factors that play into that. But owning your home is a good thing, if you want to take on that type of debt.
Right.
Because remember, you own your home, you got to fix your home.
Right.
Whether you got money coming in or not, it's wintertime and the pipes bust, so you got to go in there and fix them pipes.
Right.
You can't call somebody and say, hey.
Right.
So there's pros and cons to owning a home as well. It just really depends on your situation and what you're looking at. If your wealth is to the point where, man, I've got to buy a house. Okay. If you got $1 million, then heck yeah, I'd buy a house. That just makes sense.
Right.
Okay. One of our viewers asks, if you are 1099, what deductions can you claim?
If you're 1099,
yeah,
you can claim quite a few deductions. Now, what business is your viewer in?
What business are you in? I'm waiting for her to respond.
Did you have a question?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
The broadcast just paused too, man. Let you know.
That's me. I'm and somebody my son trying to call me, and I'm letting him know I'm filming. It's about to go live again. He's supposed to know better.
So you know what time it is.
She said Primerica.
Primerica. Oh, lovely. Well, for her, she gets mileage. If the company is not reimbursing her, she can claim mileage. She can claim meals. These things, as long as she's not being reimbursed. She can claim meals, she can claim mileage, she can claim expenses to the car, advertising. If she has a home office, once again, if you have a home office, you can claim indirectly expenses to the house because of the home office. If you have door magnets on your vehicle while you're driving around and doing presentations, your mileage in conjunction with the home off is completely write-offable. Once again, some of these things are in the law books, and you have to be careful because I also saw where with a door magnet on your car doesn't necessarily make it business.
Right.
So you have to have you need another vehicle, really. Putting the magnets on your car does help you out. But you have to be very careful of the things that you do with that car door magnet. But in most cases, if you have a home office with the magnets on your car, all your mileage is going to be deductible in most cases.
Oh, okay. Now I have a question. So what if you own property, not a house, but like just land, and you pay taxes on that land? Can you incorporate that into the taxes that you file?
Yes, you're paying taxes on that land. You can incorporate that in, especially if you're using that land in a business. If you are doing individual taxes and you own the land and you're paying on the land, once again, it comes down to whether or not you can actually itemize and how much you are paying, how much in taxes you're paying on that land.
Interesting.
So, yeah, there's the way the tax laws is, and I don't know all your tax laws out there in South Carolina, bro. I don't even, man, there's so much going on in taxes and accounting and stuff, man. I don't try to know every single law. As long as I know general information and I know how to find it, there's nothing I can't do for anybody, no matter where you're at.
Okay. She said, what about hair and nails, excuse me, and dry cleaning?
Hair, nails, and dry cleaning. Are we still talking about the young lady that says she does Primerica?
Yes.
Okay. No. Hair, nail, and dry cleaning is a no because they are not job specific as a doctor buying scrubs.
Okay.
Right, yeah, you have to itemize like the work shoes or anything that's part of your uniform and things
right.
like that you're
it has to be defined as a part of your job, something that you need to wear for work. If you need steel-toe boots, you have to have that for the job. Once again, if you can itemize, if you can take these things in your return, they're deductible. But if you can't, then, you're just spending the money. And, truck drivers, for instance, let's use truck drivers. I love truck drivers because they really screwed truck drivers.
Right.
They screwed truck drivers over so bad because in the past, as a truck driver, you could get per diem. Every state had a per diem for truck drivers. And as a truck driver, if you work for another company, you're often what they would call a statutory employee. As a truck driver, you could fill out a form 2106 and you can still take certain expenses against what you're doing, your job, even though you work for somebody else, right?
Right.
Okay. Today, that isn't so. If you're a truck driver and you work for somebody else, you just work for them. There's no more per diems. Even if they send you out overnight, that, per diem means you are out away from home for a certain length of time, so they're paying you for that.
Right.
So now, no matter who you work for, if you're not self-employed and you're a W-2 employee as a truck driver, you no longer get per diems. You can no longer write off mileage logs and the different stuff that you used to, you have to buy to have on the road as a truck driver. You can no longer write these things off. The only way you can write off these things as a truck driver is to be an independent truck driver. You need to have your own CDL and your own truck and your own business and getting up and down the highway. And I had a young man in my area that has a damn CDL, and I tried to set him up in business, and he's the young man that walked away from him.
Wow.
Come on, man. You got a CDL. We in a pandemic, man. You know what kind of money you can be making right now?
Exactly. That's crazy. Well, that's his L. That's his L.
Yeah, and that's what I mean, man. You can lead a horse to the water, man, but you can't make them drink. I give people solid information every day to help them, man. I have one company, man, right now here in the area. I started out doing their website, bro. They called me up. They needed somebody to do the website. I went in. I talked to them. And as soon as I got done talking with them, gave my presentation, they said, okay, so how much? I said, I tell you what, I looked that man in the eye, Alan, and I said, I need $1,200 up front. It's going to be $350 a month after that for maintenance and hosting. That man looked at his partner and said, write him a check.
That's what's up.
Okay, so this is how you go about doing business for the things that you know that you do. It's all about. So now I'm doing the website. So then he calls me up and says he wants me to take a look at his tax returns because another CPA is doing his taxes, but he doesn't feel comfortable.
Right.
And his exact words was, Robert, I trust you. I like you. You've always been straight up with me. You tell me the things that I need. And the things are, you know, while I was doing this website, I told them what I need because they were expecting me to move as fast as I was. Dude, it took them 4 months to get rid of a guy that was supposed to set up the website, and he'd been there 4 months. When they hired me, man, I got the website done in 60 days.
Damn, that's what's
okay.
up.
That's how I work. I take care of you. The lady out in California just did her tax returns. Man, I had her done in 7 days. She was like, wow, you're fast. I said, yeah, man, I got to take care of you. So when people start contacting you, you can contact me right away. We got to get it over with.
Right.
So I tell this man in his business, this is where I was going with that, what he needs to do to succeed, what he needs to do to save money in his business. He's pulling almost $1 million a year, and he's paying $300 a month for software. I'm looking at this, and I'm like, hold up, man. You're paying $300 a month for software, and you don't own the license.
Right.
When you came to me to build your website, one of the things you said is that the guy that tried to do it before was going to hold your domain hostage, which means he was going to make you pay for your domain name.
Right. Right.
No, I'm talking about an old white dude, man. I'm talking about an old white dude. He cool as that. I said, now, he was going to hold that hostage. I said, now, I got the website done. I got this done. And he came through, man, and he paid up because I told him what he needed to do, get rid of this software, jump into this new software, own your own license. I gave you your domain name. You said you wanted to own your domain. I set that up, and now you own that. You have rights to that. I maintain and host it, but he owns it. I don't own his domain name. Right. I set it up for him.
Right.
So the same thing with the new software. By getting him into the new software, he now owns his license, and he's paying a cheaper amount. In short, by listening, I have saved him and his company 2 warehouses already today. I've already saved them at least $400 to $300, at least.
That's
today.
What's up. That's what's up. So I have a not necessarily a question, but a statement that I need for you to back me up on. So being a dude that has taken advantage of people in my lifetime, in my younger days, before I got some refinement and learned to do better and be a better person.
Right.
I understand that it's hard for our people to be trusting, but please explain to people that don't know that it's not that hard to do good business and the longevity that comes with creating that relationship with somebody. Because it seemed like that's the kind of like the guy on the corner store. He would, if you didn't have the money for your groceries, he would sign on a notebook that you IOU. And like, please explain to people why doing good business is something you should be striving for, rather than stealing from somebody or running some type of scam. You know what I mean?
Man, for real. I mean, first of all, stealing and running scams, man, that's short term.
Exactly.
You're going to get called, it's going to run out, then you got to go do it again. And that's so short term and small mindedness. I mean, when I see what we are doing to our people out here, you know, killing and robbing for no reason, man. And you know, I used to sell dope. We ran with the little crew, and we always told each other, man, there's enough money out here for all of us to stay paid on a daily basis.
Yep.
So there was never no player hating, no backstabbing or nothing like that. And if my partner was bad, if he was doing bad, I was doing bad. How about that?
Right.
If he was doing bad, I was doing bad. If I'm doing good, I know he's doing good.
Right.
Okay, one of those type of things. So that's a part of doing good business too, taking care of your people. But if you're out here robbing and stealing and man, somebody's looking to get you. Let's just plain simple. If you're getting somebody, man, somebody's looking to get you. Come on, man. What goes around comes around.
Exactly.
Somebody looking to get you. But when you're doing good business, the flip side of that, when you're doing good business, like me and you, we do good business.
Right.
And when you came to me, I remember when you said you had the chick that was going to help you do the business plan.
Right.
And you said, I got the chick that's going to help me with the business plan. And you said, man, my pockets is getting a little low. Yada, yada. Okay, I'm like, okay, cool. I tell you what, have her help you with the business plan. Wherever you need help at, don't worry about the money, man. Just give me a call because we need to get it done so that we can move forward and get bigger money.
Right, right.
I'm not worried about little money.
Exactly.
We're trying to get the big money.
Exactly.
So as my client, I got to do everything I can to help you get to the big money.
Right.
So good business, and that's good business. So here we are, that one day, that first phone call. Here we are, 3 months later? Let's see, I got your LLC. We actually set your LLC at the end of November?
December the 2nd.
December the 2nd. Okay, and here we are, February, 2 months later.
Exactly.
2 months later, here we are. And 2 months later, still, you done called me several times and got information from me, and still, I ain't bumped drums about no money, not once to happen.
Right.
No, it's about helping people to get ahead, to strive. Like I said, the two brothers, I gave that brother that had the CDL the same information I gave another dude. The brother with the CDL left, never looked back.
Right.
The other dude took the information and used it and actually came back and was like, man, here, broke me off, said, man, thanks for the help. What else I need to do? Right. I need this, I need that, that type of thing.
Right.
When started this little business, man, that's what I want for every man. Start your business. Get away from the mindset that, I got to get these benefits. I got kids. And I mean, the benefits is keeping you a slave for real. You don't even like your job.
Right.
You just go because you got some benefits.
And some jobs is underpaid too. So they overslayed and underpaid. So for them benefits.
Right, exactly. Man. So, I mean, yeah, like I said, I've been in business 8 years. And in 8 years, I pay for insurance here and there. I ain't worried about no benefits. My girls is grown. And even when they wasn't grown, I still held my business and made sure I helped my baby mama to make sure my girls had insurance so that they were still taken care of.
Right.
But see, there's a lot of brothers out here that don't do that.
Right.
Many others, man, we're going to get on a whole other subject, man. How much time we got?
Hey, man, look. We here to help, brother. We going to give them game. We going to lead them to the water, like you said. We going to lead them to the water.
Man. Okay, so back on good business. Okay, so like I said, 2 months. You picked up the phone after contacting me a month. You picked up the phone, reached out to me. In 60 seconds, you already knew what was going to happen. And it was like, boom, okay, I want to do this right now. How do I do this? Okay, man, you got to go to the site. And in all honesty, I'm thinking I'm going to tell you, Alan, what you got to do, and then we're going to hang up the phone. That's
right.
what I was thinking.
Right.
Like I said, information is free. So I'm thinking, I'm going to say, man, go to this site, man, and fill out paperwork. Do what you do. I'm thinking, nah, man, we was on the phone for 2.5, maybe 3 hours,
yes,
man.
Sir.
We did your paperwork, man, and as soon as we got all that done and you got your confirmation paperwork, man, after you got that, you shot money over to me.
Exactly.
It was like, okay, and ever since, we do that, and that's good business.
Right.
When you call me, I got something for you. You got a question, I got something for you. That's good business.
Right.
When you call me and ask me a question, like you just send everything over to me, your bank statements and stuff such as that, you call me, and you tell me that you did this, still, once again, we ain't bumped gums about no money.
Right.
Once again, this is good business. Because I already know. Just like this man over here I'm doing business with that I just told you the story about his 2 warehouses and getting started. I already know. His money good, your money good.
Right.
because I'm giving to you exactly, at least I hope, Alan, I'm giving you exactly what you want right now.
Right.
You know, up to this point, I'm giving you exactly what you expected to get from an accountant and someone that knows businesses and taxes. I hope you're getting everything that you expect to be getting from me right now. And if not, we on there, man, brother, say it.
Exactly.
There's pros and cons to everything, my man, for real.
Exactly.
And I want to hear the bad as well as the good. Like I said, I love to help people. And if I'm not doing something, man, I need to know about it.
Right. Go ahead.
So
she has a
what
question.
are the things that you need to know? Like if you're going to start your business, what are some of the things that you need to know about, well, let's say being financially successful, just starting out?
Mm-hmm. Well, first off, research the market of your business. What business are you going into? What is your competition like? This is going to determine your startup costs. How much money do you need to start your business? What's everybody else doing? Like I said, once again, I started my business at $549. But as we talk, you know, my competition is hella major. My competition is on every corner. So I have to fight a little bit harder, post a little bit more, advertise a little bit more than, you know, some people do. Because I'm up against Block, I'm up against Liberty, I'm up against Jackson, you know, I'm up against, there's another major CPA firm out here that gets a lot of business. Anyway, I'm up against all of them.
Right.
Not only am I up against all of them, I'm a 51-year-old black man.
Right.
They don't particularly like me doing what I'm doing because I know the game. My slogan is beating the IRS and taxes for you. I know the game.
Right.
I've been doing taxes since I was 16 years old. So for starting your own business, you know, startup costs, like I said, that can be minimum, that could be astronomical. Depending on your business, you may need to reach out for funding. You may need to go to the banks, you know, a number of things when it comes to the funding, the money.
Right.
Starting a business, you want to have a business plan. The business plan has to be solid. Not only do you got to do your research, whatever it is, the business that you are starting, and know your competition. But once you know all that, then you got to put together a solid business plan, a business plan that's going to work for you. It don't have to be the same business plan as the man that has the same business as you. But if this business plan is working, you might want to try to model it a little bit so your business plan works.
Right.
But if not, once again, we help with business plans too.
Right.
Put that thing together so that when you go to the bank and turn in that business plan to get a $10,000 loan for your business, they look at that business plan and it don't take but 5 to 7 minutes to determine really if a man gonna get a loan or not.
Right. One of our viewers has a question. What's the tax benefits of a LLC versus a C Corp? And that's from Tynetta Moore.
Hey, Moore, how you doing? Good question. Tell you what, give me just a minute. I'm a little dry. Let me get a drink right quick.
All right. Real Rap Talk podcast where we get thirsty on the set. I'm thirsty right now. Peace.
Man, I don't know what your temperature like up there, man, but right now, man, we like 7 degrees and the heat is on. I'm talking, man. It's dry in the crib, man. Yeah, that's what I got going on.
Yeah, the temperature done dropped here too, brother.
Man,
it's about to get cold. Cold
for real. All right, so to answer Tanetta's question, the difference between LLC, and I'm just going to throw them all out there because, you know, there's plenty of people that talk S Corp too. So LLC, S Corp, and C Corp, which is a corporation. Starting at the top, corporations are double taxed. S corps are only taxed at the S corp level. Then the dividends is passed down to the stockholders. And LLC, single member, is taxed on all income. So, if you're an LLC, do you want to be a corporation as well? Do you want to incorporate? I mean, once again, this just goes back to what you already asked me about starting a business when we were talking about the business plan.
Right.
Once you have all that together in business plan, now to answer Tynetta's question, you have to think about formation. Do you want to be an LLC? What type of business do you have? I mean, knowing these things, really, the type of business you have, does it benefit me to be an LLC? The type of business that you have, does it benefit me to be an S Corp? The type of business that you have, does it benefit me to be a C Corp? It depends on the type of business that you are looking to start as to what your formation should be. Your formation was simple. You said you wanted to start a community center. Once you said you wanted to start a community center, that means you want to be a nonprofit.
Right.
I mean, you don't have to tell me. You didn't. As a matter of fact, you didn't tell me. You wanted to be a nonprofit. You told me what your plan was.
Right.
And right after you told me what your plan was, man, I want to, there's nothing out here. I want to, I got land. This is there, that's there, this is there. I want to put a community center up. And I want to do concerts. I want to teach, yada, 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 yada. Bam, that community center means 501c3. That means if you got a community money, you could go ask other people for money. If you got a community center, and that's what you just told me, then naturally that means non-profit.
Right.
So now, as a non-profit, I know every direction to point you. And you've already gone to the sites to look at the grants. You've already been to the bank to set up a business account. Oh, glad I said that. LLC, S Corp, and C Corp. No matter what you do, people listen. Listen. If somebody told you that if you're an LLC, you can't be sued, they lied to you. I saw this on a podcast, and I forget the young lady's name. I think it was Nikki, but it was Working Mom's podcast. And she is a CPA and an EA, and I was listening to her, watching her, and she cleared some things up for me concerning LLCs, which I kind of knew, but she cleared it up. If anybody tells you that if you're an LLC, you can't be sued, that's not true. If you're co-mingling, you can be sued. Co-mingling simply means if you have a business, you're LLC, and you have one bank account, and you do everything out of that bank account, run your business, pay your bills, live your life, you're co-mingling. And if you get sued, LLC or not, they can take everything.
Ooh.
Yeah. So when you set your business up, people, also open up a business account. Separate your personal from your business.
Right.
I have 4 accounts, 1 business account. Everything else is separate from that. Separate business from personal. Even if you're an LLC, I'm telling y'all right now, don't believe the hype. Being an LLC is a good thing because it does protect you, but you have to separate your assets from the business assets.
Right.
A bank account for your life, a bank account for your business.
Interesting.
That way, if the business is sued and it's the LLC, bank account for your life is never touched or looked at because you got a business account.
Right.
And that business is separate from your personal life.
So what advice do you have for the people who are sitting on a dream or an idea that they just, they're not there yet. They're not ready to take that leap of faith. What advice do you have for those people?
Tomorrow's not promised, bro.
You dig?
Tomorrow is not promised to nobody.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I can, every man has a dream. Whether they pursue that dream or not, man, woman, boy, girl, we have a dream. We had a dream when we was little. What do you want to be when you grow up?
Right.
I'm going to be a fireman. That was a dream.
Right.
So we all have or had a dream of what we wanted to do, that special thing that takes us away from the norm, that sets us apart from other people. I feel like I'm set apart from other people, man. I'm a business owner. I might not be the best business owner, but I'm a business owner.
Right.
But yeah, I'm set apart from other people. I don't look down on nobody. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. Nothing like that. But I'm set apart. So when it comes to your dream, don't put off for tomorrow what you can do right damn now.
Yeah, don't be out here procrastinating.
Yeah, exactly. And you said it. That is the best way to put it. If you got a dream, Martin Luther King had a dream. Everybody has a dream, man. I mean, you can't take dreaming away from nobody. When we have bad situations, we fantasize. We dream of good situations.
Right.
We fantasize and dream of ways of getting out of those bad situations. When we have good situations, later on, we dream about those situations and reminisce about those situations. So we're constantly, no matter what, man, there's dreaming going on. But when it comes to business, when it comes to, I have an idea, I'd like to get this started. For instance, I got this invention that I made specifically because I couldn't find it nowhere.
Right.
No matter who I went to that does print, I was looking for a specific type of flyer. And because I haven't got it patented yet, I'm not even going to say what it is.
Yeah, I was going to tell you not to do that, but go, you got it.
You already know, cuz. You already know. I'm not even because I'm waiting on my peeps to get back with me, man.
There you go.
Because what it does is it's for business. It's for business people and cards. But anyway, I made this myself. So I'm looking at it, and I got it sitting out in different places, got my business cards on it and stuff, man, and you can see my information and everything. And it's like, okay, when I was out there looking for this, I knew exactly what I wanted. I'm dreaming about it. I'm thinking about it. I can see it.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
But I couldn't find it. I know how I want to advertise.
Right.
But because I couldn't find this particular item, I had to come up with a way to make it myself. Right. So I sat down one day, man, with a ruler, some paper, did my thing. Alan is perfect, cuz I got to get a patent on it. Right. Because it will sell, and businessmen, people who put out business cards will buy it. Right. And for me, I just want to put a patent on it that sells somebody like Vistaprint. Here, y'all can buy this from me, man. Y'all can have it. Buy the patent from me. Y'all can have it. Because y'all do the producing, and the bending and the shaping. I don't have time to go to manufacturers to make this work. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather just go ahead and sell the patent and the rights to somebody and let them make it, because nobody else is making this. Right. Nobody, nowhere is making this. Right. It's not available.
That's funny you said that, because I got an idea that I've been sitting on for about 20-something years, and I still ain't seen nobody to come up with it. But, we'll talk about that a little later on down the line as we grow.
Right, so, exactly. We'll get back to that. But if you have a dream, man, pursue it. Figure a way to make that dream a reality. Right. Stop procrastinating. Stop waiting, especially if it's something you want to do and love to do.
Exactly.
Why would you sit on that?
Exactly.
Why would you sit on that? If you love making music, so what? The industry is flooded. Do your thing.
Exactly.
Somebody's going to get down with you.
Exactly.
You're going to make money because there's enough money to go around. If you do hair, ladies, and you're bomb at it. My daughter, that's a whole nother story, but my daughter has her own business and she works for me. She's my assistant. Right. And 2 doors down from my office, she has her own business. She's an eyelash tech, man. She's cold with it. She builds eyelashes and wigs, and she does hair and stuff. So ladies, if you do hair and you cold with it, and yes, your competition is tough, because Boshika on the corner around the block can do hair too.
Right.
Shawana down the street, man, she cold with it too, and she got some stuff she can do. But guess what? They not you.
Right. I'm glad you said that. Yeah. So look, I want to build on what the brother said to the audience, man. And another thing to add on to what he said, as far as fulfilling out your dreams, like taking that leap of faith. Don't let the negative people around you keep you from, like, you have to block they ass out. You have to have tunnel vision. Like, everybody's different with their drive and motivation. So I can't really speak to that because everybody's different. But I'm a hustler's hustler. I don't like, all I need to know is the light turned green. I'm the nigga with the heavy foot. You feel me? You got to go. You got to go. You got to look on both sides. It is no different. Don't let nobody keep you from achieving your dreams. You hear it. They out there. It's people in your family, people who love you and all of that. Do not let nobody stop you. If you feel it and it's something you want to do it, man. Do it, for real.
All right, man. I got someone just asked a question.
Oh, you okay, you can read that?
Yeah, when
okay,
you
good.
Are a startup nonprofit, is that what you're looking at?
Yeah. We on the same page.
All right. When you are a startup nonprofit, you have your EIN, business license, bank account, business plan, statistics, and geographic breakdown of the people you would service. What startup funding would you seek first? Most grants require so much documentation. Would you recommend going for the small business loans that are available? Once again, Ms. Smith, a good question. It depends on your business. How much money do you need to start up your business? Do you need $5,000 or do you need $150,000? Depending on your business, credit unions don't always work. I would start with the Small Business Association in your area, especially being that you are a female. Females and minority women through Small Business Association does get help quicker than most people when it comes to business startup costs and help with loans. So it depends on your startup, what your business is. You need $5,000, you need $150,000. So I honestly can't answer that question because I don't know what your business is. It really depends on you and what you're looking for and what you need. And I hope it help you out, Ms. Smith.
All right.
Well, what if your startup is only what if you can only afford $6,000 to start up your business? Because that's a good question. I want to give you a ballpark figure so that you can accurately answer that question.
If you have $6,000 to start a business, you need to make sure that you are following your business plan. If you got $6,000 to start a business, you should have a solid business plan. And you need to be following your business plan from A to Z to maximize that $6,000. So also that means that in your business plan, when it gets down to your figures, you're down to a little under $6,000 because you want to keep some money in your pocket for that particular business. So you write your business plan, and when you get done with all your figures, expenses and income, business plan, you want to come out in the end. I mean, you're writing all this up, and it takes you approximately $5,500 a month to run your business. That's what you have in your business plan, but you have $6,000 to start up. That's solid. You take that $6,000, you can start up your business, get everything that you need to start the business, because inside of those expenses and income includes everything that you need to start your business.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So everything in the business plan, that's why you got to have a solid business plan. If you don't have a solid business plan for your business, then it's hard to get funding, and you can get lost. You can lose money. Man, I've been at this 8 years. Man, right. It took me a few years to get the understanding of what I'm supposed to be doing.
Right.
It's not easy. I mean, it's not easy. And owning a business, starting a business, y'all, starting a business is not for the weak.
Yeah, I feel you.
In it and keep at it and go.
I feel you.
Don't even do it. I mean, if it's a dream and that's all you got, then I'm going to tell you keep the dream.
You feel me?
But if it's a dream and you're ready to make that dream a reality, then go forth and don't stop.
Exactly.
Once you put it out there, once you take the first step, there's no turning back. Once you take the first step to make your dream a reality, there's no turning back.
Facts.
So with the $6,000 startup, would it be easier to go after smaller grants or loans?
Once again, depends on your business type. Nonprofits can go after grants. For-profits, regular business would go after loans. Business loans are good for your business if you don't want to use your money. You can use that $6,000 startup. You could take that and just use it as collateral and keep it in your pocket.
Right.
And get you a loan at the bank and use their money. There's so many things that you can do with $6,000. And since that's just our figure, that's what we're going to say.
Right.
There's so many things that, when you're starting your business and you have your business plan and you're looking at funding or not looking at funding, there's so many things that you can do with that $6,000. Because inside, like I said, in that $6,000 and your business plan, you include all of your expenses and your income. So you had to write that business plan to that $6,000 and say, man, I got $6,000 to start a business. Okay, sit down and write a business plan then. Okay, my business plan needs to be to how much? Your business plan needs to be to what you got in your pocket or what you expect to go borrow.
Right.
If you got $6,000 in your pocket, write your business plan according, and that's what you're starting with. Write your business plan according to that. Write your business plan, because your business plan essentially is going to be for people that are looking to fund you.
Right.
That's essentially what your business plan is for. So you want to show in your business plan that the money that you have or the money that you're asking for, that's what it's being used for, and that the money you're asking for, the money that you're using is reasonable for your type of business.
Right. So, Robert, in your experience, the people who, oh man, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, damn.
I'm sorry, say that again. You cut out on me. I'm sorry. That on me what?
Oh my,
she said she lost her train of thought. She done forgot.
He just said.
Oh, dang.
It was about what he just said. Oh, so do you think like a small approach? So like, with your business plan. Okay, so people say when someone looks at a resume, they don't want to see a long resume. So do you think your business plan needs to be like this real long, massive, extensive thing? Or do you think it needs being detailed? I don't want to say not detailing, but do you need to make sure that it's not so long somebody just looks at it and be like, hell no, I'm not looking at that?
Right, good question. Business plans are formatted a certain way. They all start and end the same way. Business plans do. So if you look business plan templates up online, you'll find that they all start and end the same way. They all want the same information, and they all tell you how to put that information into the business plan. They'll tell you, use a paragraph, use a sentence. When it comes to the expenses and stuff, you're simply putting in dollar amounts. So the business plan in itself doesn't change in length, because every business plan starts the same and ends the same. Gotcha. So that doesn't matter. You can't put too much information in a business plan.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't allow you to. And when you're like, I sent you a template out.
Oh, yeah.
Every section tells you what to put in that section. Every section tells you how much information to put in that section.
Right.
And it gives you that format for the business plan. That is a business plan. So once you've not finished that, you have your business plan in hand. You see, like I said, you finished that part of it. That's a rough draft you got, brother. Once you send it to me, I finalize it. The business plan becomes pretty much like money.
Right.
Now people can take your business plan. When you have a solid business plan, you now can take that to get either loans or grants.
Right.
So I got a tax and accounting practice. Like I said, me to start my business, it took $449. I bought my software. I went and rented an office. I own my computer. I plugged the software into my computer. I already knew how to do taxes. I plugged the software into my computer, called a few people up and said, hey, I'm in business now. And that's how I started my business back in 2012.
That's what's up.
So, with my business plan, had I had a little bit more money, let's just say I had $10,000, And inside my business plan, I say I need an office. Office costs me $200 a month. Inside that business plan, I also need computers. I need desks. I need, expenses. Just to make, long story short, I needed things for my business. So these things that I need for my business is what I'm putting in the business plan. So whether I got 10 grand or I'm going to borrow 10 grand, when I put this business plan together, it needs to come up to 10 grand. Right. What am I going to do with the 10 grand? Plain and simple. What am I going to do with the 10 grand? Whether it's my 10 grand or Alan, it's your 10 grand. And Alan, if it's your 10 grand, you're going to want to see, I need it on paper. What are you going to do with the 10 grand? Oh, okay. So you got a tax business. You need to rent office. You need to get computers. You need to do this. You also need a little bit of cash so that you can, have some money for payroll to start out until you start making some money. Okay, I see why you need this 10 grand. This is a good business plan. Here's your business plan back, and here's 10 grand.
Right.
Go start your business.
Right.
That's what business plans do. The more solid the business plan, the easier it is to get funded.
Gotcha.
The more solid the business plan. It's easy to get funding when you have a solid business plan. But if your business plan isn't put together and you're just out there asking for money, and I think you encountered this once or twice, Alan, and you're just out there asking people for money, they want to know what you're doing.
Exactly.
Why are you asking me for money? I mean, for what?
Right.
And then the next thing out of their mouth after you ask them for money and they want to know what you're doing, you got a business plan?
Exactly.
What like these personal questions when somebody start asking for money? Personal. Why you need money for?
Exactly. They get real personal. And then after they ask you that and you give them an answer, that next question, like I said, is you got a business plan.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Do you have a business plan? So if you got your own money to go start a business, like I did, don't write a business plan. Go do what you're going to do, and you're going to bump your heads a few times, like I did. Like I said, it took me a few years to get to where I am right now. I didn't just get there, people.
Right.
And nobody, if you don't follow the rules of the game, and a business plan is a part of the game. If you don't follow the rules of the game, then it's going to be difficult. You're going to bump your head. It's going to come times when you're going to want to quit. But then you need to stop and look back and say, wait a minute, did I follow the rules of the game? What did I not do? What's going on here? I'm paying people to do this, and I'm making this amount of money, but man, it seems like I still don't got no money, and I got to pay these bills.
Right, right.
But what did your business plan say? How did your business with your business plan? How did you map out what you was going to be doing with your monies? How much you paying your employees? How much you putting out for advertising? How much you putting out for materials? Everything has that business plan. Man, I can't stress it enough. Anybody that's got a dream and wants to get there, man, if you got some money, let's start with a business. I'm just going to tell you, if you got money to start a business and you don't want to bump your head and learn the hard way like me, Alan, a few other people, start with a business plan. For real. Sit down, write your business plan, get it out on paper, make a plan, and then follow it. That's the blueprint.
Yeah, you gotta have a plan, and you gotta follow it. No matter what you do, there's always gotta be a plan, and you gotta stick to it.
Amen. Amen.
So tell everybody where they can reach you at one more time.
Oh man, I could be, like I said, I have a Facebook page, and that is the number 4, the letter U, for you tax and fins. It's the Facebook page. You can also reach us via the website. The website is www.foryoutaxandfinancials.com. If you got any questions or anything, man, reach out to me personally. 316-727-4689 is the business number. If you have questions, you need to talk, or you're ready to start a business and you need to know what to do next, reach out to me. But like my man Alan, be about it.
Exactly.
Don't call and talk about it.
Exactly.
Be about it. I'm tired of talking. I like people that's ready to move forward. What do I need to do to get my dream a reality?
Right.
That's the person I want to talk to, and I want to do whatever I need to do right now to make my dream a reality. I want to make shoes better than Nike. What do I need to do right now to make shoes better than Nike? Guess what? I got a plan for you.
Right. Right.
Me and you together gonna make shoes better than Nike. I promise.
And for the people to understand me and him linking, and where my thought process was, I already knew what I wanted to do, but just listening to this brother talk, I was like, yo, you that part of my brain that I don't have. So why don't we work together? Because I know it's gonna be big. Hell, I want to pull you out of your state and have you over here with me if possible. You feel me? You feel me? Like, but that's love. That's good business, but that's love. That's me understanding I could go a hell of a lot further with him on my team. You feel me? And that's how you got to start looking at your people, man. Like, I'm good at scouting who does what, and I'll study you. You feel me? I'll study your strong points and your weaknesses. You feel me? That way, when we do bump heads, I already know I ain't got to come at you all foul and all whatever. I'm able to talk to you like a human being, and let's just address it. Let's fix that, put a Band-Aid on it, whatever, so we can keep moving. Keep your eyes on the prize, man. But you bust your ass at your job. Now, this is what I got from sales as a youngin', and it was a blessing to have that experience. I had to put on the suit and tie, my brother. Get up 5 o'clock in the morning, drive all the way to Charlotte through traffic to get on the north side to go to this place to sell shit for $1. And that's exactly how that was our slogan. We sell shit for $1.
Not shit for $1 in your slogan.
That was our that wasn't for the public. That's in-house. But
your shit for $1. What you got?
But that experience of dealing with rejection was the most valuable lesson that I think I've learned about business, because you could get 100 no's from 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Go take lunch. Go take your lunch. Reevaluate. Because there's plenty of times I was like, fuck this shit. I don't want to do it. I'm ready to quit. And then I motivated myself to try one more time. And then once you get that one yes, all of that, man, the sun is shining, the birds is chirping, your feelings ain't hurt no more, and you got a little money in your pocket. That's all it takes, man. But you can't give up.
Exactly.
You gonna come into obstacles and things aren't gonna go your way, but you can't give up.
Mm-hmm.
But look, brother, I have a Jamaican plate that I've been waiting to dive into all day long, and my stomach is telling me to go get that.
We can always hook up again.
Exactly. We definitely gonna do this again, my G.
We can always hook up again, man. I tell you what, though, man, it was real. I thank you for having me on the show, man. I hope that your fans and listeners, everybody out there, got some useful information. Once again, reach out to me. And if you can't reach out to me, reach out to Alan. He's going to try to get in touch with me and whatever it takes, man. But I enjoy doing, man, black on black business.
There you go. Talk that talk.
Black business.
Talk that
black
talk.
On black crime. Black on black business.
Word. Hey, I'm gonna get that put on the t-shirt.
Not black on black crime.
I'm getting that put on the t-shirt. I'm gonna have it on. I'm gonna have it on Monday or Friday.
Really?
I like that.
Really?
Black on black business.
I like that.
All at me.
No doubt. All right, K Anonymous, Big Bass, Real Rap Talk Podcast, and my man Robert Patterson. We out, yo. Peace. All right, brother.
All right, my brother. I'll let you boy, man.
Peace.
Peace.